Hi everyone, I'm back. Sorry, I wasn't really doing good with the online school. I'm only allowed to have my phone on Saturday and Sunday full time, so today and tomorrow I will be uploading since those are the only days I am allowed to. I am allowed to use my phone the weekdays, but only from 9 to 10, but I mostly just use that to talk with my friends, see how they're doing with this whole, outbreak. Today is another review. I probably will post like another Naruto or another like zombie thing. Mainly Black Ops 1 because in Black Ops 2 I'm just really good with my little brothers. So. Today is a review on Sword Art Online alicization. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. I just finished it like a few months ago, but I was trying to like, catch up more of like My Hero Academia because I'm not saying that is better, but like I've just been busy. So Sword Art Online Alpha season starts off with Kirito, a kid with blonde hair called Yu-Gi-Oh, and another blonde one named Dallas. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh are basically hitting a tree with an axe trying to cut it down, and they use this to like and that's tap in the middle, see how much like durability, how much health it has left. Like normal video game, like health, durabilities, stuff like that. Alice comes and brings them lunch. As they start, Kirito thinks he wants to make this food last longer. Like the second Alice brings it, they have to eat it or it gets rotten. Alice is saying, "I wish we had ice," and Kirito's like, "That cave up there where the First Integrity Knight fought, or someplace like that, there's bound to be ice there." Yu-Gi-Oh starts to say that they shouldn't go there, since they could probably reach the dark territory or get lost on their way. After a few minutes, Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Alice go up there. Alice grabs a plant. Wait, was it? Yeah. Sorry, I haven't watched that. I did watch all of it, but I forgot, like, from episode 1 to 5. Alice grabs the plant, does some, like, system call, basically a secret art, which she's been learning at the church, and they go. As they go into the cave, they find a skeleton and a sword. Alice then then remembers everything about the first Integrity Knight, how he defeated the dragon. As Kirito shows them the sword, they decide Yu-Gi-Oh's like, let's just get the ice, then go back before anything else happens. As they go there, they see the Dark Territory, and an Integrity Knight is fighting a Dark Knight. As the Dark Knight is defeated, he reaches his hand out and Alice starts walking towards him, like mind control or whatever. As the hand falls, Alice trips over. Her index, middle, and ring finger touch the skirts of the Dark Territory. Then a face appears behind them, knowing Alice's name and saying what taboo index, aka rule, she broke. It vanishes. Yu-Gi-Oh's like, let's just get back home. I don't want to be here anymore. This isn't good. We should just go back. As you go back there, Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh keep hitting the, tree. After their little break, they see the Integrity Knight. Kirito remembers, like, that's the Integrity Knight from yesterday. What is he doing here? As Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh run back, the Integrity Knight lands in the center and calls for the person who owns the village, which is Alice's father. He asks why he's there. He's like, your daughter Alice broke this rule. She went into the Dark Territory. We have to bring her in for questioning and execution. As they strap up Alice, Yu-Gi-Oh says she didn't go in there. Her fingertips only went in there. She really didn't go inside of the Dark Territory. So she technically didn't break the law. The Integrity Knight doesn't listen. As Yu-Gi-Oh goes, his right eye starts to glow, saying, Alert Code, or System Alert Code 871, on his right eye. He can't move, but Kirito can. Kirito grabs an axe that they use and starts going to, attack the Integrity Knight. The Integrity Knight doesn't hurt Kirito, but like a shockwave or something. I don't know. It's been a long time. And Kirito gets knocked back. After that, Kirito wakes up like on a weird bed thing. Later on, he decides to get on to GGO to play with Asuna, Shinon, Klein, Silica, Lizbeth. They're going up against another team. They do good until the person from the other team decides to leave. Like, we're not gonna win. We might as well just surrender. As they leave, they decide to, Kirito decides to walk Asuna home. As they go, some guy says like, "Hey, where's the?" I forgot he said like a bus station. I don't know. Kirito then remembers he's one of the last member of Laughing Coffin, Johnny Black. He pulls out the syringe from season 2 of Red Eye Zaza used. As he goes there, he pushes Asuna out of the way and stabs him with the umbrella. He gets injected with it. After that, Kirito wakes up in the underworld. He thinks like, okay, I'm probably just in a game. Tries pulling down the menu, starts saying, log me out, and a bunch of other stuff. He starts walking around until we see Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. Older, still hitting the tree. He sees him and he's like, hey, what's your name? He says, I'm Kirito, what about you? Where are you from? What are you doing? Yu-Gi-Oh then explains everything. How he's hitting this tree and everything else. He pulls out a piece of bread and does that thing again. Kirito starts to learn, like, what that does. It says, like, it's their ability again. As they go home, Yu-Gi-Oh tells Kirito, like, oh, well, years ago, Alice stepped into the dark territory, she got taken away, I still live here, I'm still hitting this tree, I'm waiting for it, I'm waiting until, like, I can make it fall down. Well, in the real world, Asuna, Liz, Silica, Shinon, and Klein, I think, and Yui are still trying to find out where Kirito is. Because he was transported from hospital to hospital to hospital to hospital because of the injection of Johnny Black gave him. Asuna then tells Yui to see if she can actually find something better. She does. She's like, oh, well, he was here, a helicopter came here, took him, and sent him to, like, another, hospital, like far away from here. As that is going on, Yu-Gi-Oh and Kirito are still trying to knock down that tree. Yu-Gi-Oh then tells Kirito more about the cave, about a sword, a dragon, and he's like, hey, did you bring that sword with you? Because maybe this could, like, we could chop down the tree faster with this. Yu-Gi-Oh is like, I don't know. I don't think it would. As he takes the sword with him, he tries, but he was only able to get through, like, 1%, and that's it. Selka, Alice's younger sister, I think, goes up there to, I don't know, I totally forgot. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh start going up there as they bring some, like, as they see goblins, they see some weapons. Kirito's like, we're gonna get those swords, fight off the goblins, try to save her. As they do that, Yu-Gi-Oh accidentally gets hit, like, right across the stomach and, like, starts to bleed out. Selka then tells Kirito, we gotta save him, he just can't die like this. Yu-Gi-Oh then remembers that him and Kirito were friends when they were little. Him, Alice, and Kirito were all born on the same day, and they each vowed to each other that they will all die on the same day. As Selka and Kirito save Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh starts using the blue rose sword, and they cut down the tree, finally. Yu-Gi-Oh had to get a new calling. What she picked was Swordsman, same as Kirito. They decided to go to the royal capital. I think that's what it's called. I'm either mixing it up with something else, I don't know. And decided to go. In real life, Kaiba's wife and Asuna go to the Ocean Turtle, which is one of the best medical hospitals ever known in the SAO universe, and the one who hired Kirito to go into GGO to find that gun is there, monitoring Kirito's life, his heartbeat, everything, with the Soul Translator. Kirito and Kaiba's wife stay there so they can also be monitoring Kirito's health. Asuna then asks why he needed Kirito. Like, why do you need Kirito for this? You really don't need him. He then explains everything about the Soul Translator and how Kirito was able to do everything else and be okay with it. So they saw Kirito as a relatable subject. And then the only reason that they need Kirito is for Alice. Basically, what they need. Back to the underworld, we realize that it has been 2 years since Kirito has been in there. He developed in the Sword Academy, and he got a new sword. Yu-Gi-Oh is basically using the blue rose sword that he took from the cave, while Kirito gets another black sword. Basically a cameo to the Elucidator. As he is using that, they have specific rules. You're supposed to be at your dorm at this time. At this day, you cannot train. You have to appear here. If you want to duel someone, you have to use a fake sword. You cannot use a real sword. That is illegal. So, yeah, normal stuff. As Kirito is training on a day he's not supposed to, one of the upper classmates of him walks in saying, "What are you doing? It's Sunday. You cannot train here." As by doing that, he accidentally swings and causes a little tear. Kirito then apologizes and he accepts it, but he doesn't accept it for ripping up his clothing and challenges him to a duel using both real swords. Kirito uses Ironclad style, a style he made up when he was in SAO. Well, the guy just uses like an avalanche thing, I think that's what it's called. As Kirito does the square movement for the last one, he actually thinks he's about to lose, and then he's like, he remembers what he's there for. He's remembering why he's doing this, and pulls off. But before that, it's called off because if anything else would happen, you know. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh's instructor is graduating next year, so Kirito decided to plant some specific plants for her. As Kirito is going to check on the plants, he sees two of the upper classmates. He looks at the plants and sees they're all destroyed. Just then a voice calls out for him, just like when Yu-Gi-Oh was talking with, right after Selka and Kirito were talking to save Yu-Gi-Oh's life. That voice talks to him again and brings all the plants back to life. The next day is a ceremony. The teacher graduates and Kirito gives her the flowers. She's happy and leaves. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh now go up one rank while everyone else moves another rank. As he's doing that, he's telling Yu-Gi-Oh that he should put something in every swing he does, like Kirito does with his sword. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't know why he's doing this until he remembers Alice. After that, he starts like, you know. And now Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh are basically in the same rank, and they have like two little maids. I totally forgot their names since they only appear like once or twice. Until one of the maids that they don't know says like, "Oh, I need help. These two people from the other class are like, you know." I won't get into specifics because I haven't watched the episode, and whenever I say stuff that doesn't correlate to the episode, I say something completely different. As they explain what they're doing, they're like, "Come on, this is normal for us. Since we're royalty, we could do this. You can't do anything." Yu-Gi-Oh tries to stop, but then again, his eye goes red, his right eye, and it says system alert, code 871. Before he could do that, he actually does it. His right eye starts bleeding, and he chops off one of the people's arms off. As he's bleeding, the other one just laughs and grabs his sword. Before he could do anything, Kirito comes out of nowhere and saves his life. Again, synthetic scene, and he cuts off his arm and bleeds out. When he's dying, he like starts freaking out a little like glitching, like in the system, and dies. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh are put in a jail cell under the Sword Academy to go to their crimes. When Yu-Gi-Oh is awake, his left eye is working perfectly while his right eye is still closed shut with like I think little trails of blood. After they wake up, one of the teachers says system call, generate healing element, something, puts it on Yu-Gi-Oh's right eye and goes. After they go there, they see Alice. For the first time, Yu-Gi-Oh sees Alice in the last 20 to 30 years, I think? 15? I don't know. I didn't keep track of their ages. I was just like, Alice then says you had committed this crime. For that, I will have to bring you into questioning, and I will execute you. The maids decide to bring Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh their swords and one last meal of food. As they go there, they are in their jail cell, and they're just like, well, we can't do anything anymore. We can't do one thing. We just have to stay here, they're gonna question us, and they're gonna kill us. Kirito then reminds, hey, did you do that since the call on these chains? See if we can break them? Yu-Gi-Oh says no, and then they do it. They break out by using the chains, and now they have to find the armory so they can get their swords back. As they're leaving, Yu-Gi-Oh is able to see all the different kinds of flowers there are in the Axiom Church. As they are still trying to find the armory, they run into an Integrity Knight. Yu-Gi-Oh then realizes, I've seen you before, you're not an Integrity Knight, this is your real name. As he's saying that, a purple triangular starts popping out of his head. Kirito's like, keep reminding him of his past, it'll probably pop out. Yu-Gi-Oh still, says, this is who you are. This was your family, this is what you were doing, this was you, this was you. As he's doing that, you can hear the administrator's voice saying, don't listen to them. You're an Integrity Knight. You're one from the heavens. The thing goes back and they start running. Kirito's there, then tells them to goes to the right, and they do. A door appears there, and they go through. Then they meet a librarian, a sage of the library of the sage. I totally forgot her name. As Yu-Gi-Oh goes somewhere, she decides to tell everything to Kirito. Long ago, the administrator was just a normal person, but she had incredible power. She was able to heal people, check everything. She was able to do everything until she grew old of age. She knew she was going to die one of these days. She got me and stole my life away. But in doing that, I was able to gain the same amount of power as her. But for her not to be killed by the administrator, she made a door and locked herself in the library deep within the Axiom Church. No one knows about it except her, Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh. Before she could send them up to the armory and go with the Axiom Church to fight the administrator, she gives them 2 little daggers and says, remember your swords. They hold potential that you guys don't know what they have yet. As that happens, she sends them back to the army. Yu-Gi-Oh finds the blue rose sword and puts it. Kirito finds his black sword. I forgot the name of it. As they go there, they run into an Integrity Knight. They have no chance but to fight him. As they fight the Integrity Knight, he says his name. Yu-Gi-Oh then recalls that was the Integrity Knight that took Alice away years ago. He's saying, how can you do that? She was a little girl. How can you take her away? The Integrity Knight accepts defeat, and they keep climbing up the stairs. everything else going on in the real world is Asuna basically checking in on Kirito's condition with Kaiba's wife and two of the other scientists. Sorry. As they are doing that, Kirito is basically climbing up the Axiom Church, going up against Integrity Knights. As they're going up against the female Integrity Knight, again, that thing appears. The one who helped Kirito save Yu-Gi-Oh's life, and the one that rebuilt the flower, saying, "Give her to me, I'll heal her up right away. You won't have to worry." As they do that, they go up more stairs, and they run into two little girls. Kirito is saying, "What are you guys doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, we thought there were two people from the Dark Territory here, but it looks like it's just you guys. Maybe we escort you." Yu-Gi-Oh's like, "Alright," well, Kirito's like, "I don't trust them, you know? I just don't think this I just don't think this is really a good idea." Just then, as they're about to reach the top, the two girls hit them with knives, injected with some poison that won't allow them to move. Then they say they are trying to become Integrity Knights, and that this is what they have to do. They have to stab them, bring them up, and execute them themselves. Before they could, Kirito appears to walk again. He then says what he did. He said, while Yu-Gi-Oh was talking with them, he did a system call that made something that like, you know, the poison doesn't work on him. He makes another one for Yu-Gi-Oh and sees the elevator. The girl right there is like, "Come with me, I'll get you to the top floor, floor 90, whatever, and you'll be fine." As they're doing that, they start asking you, "How long have you been here? How long have you been doing this?" She said I think 100 years, I think. As they reach floor 90, they see Alice. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh have no chance, but they have to fight her. But they remember the dagger that they used that could, restore Alice's memories. As they fight, they cause a crack on the wall. The wall explodes, takes Kirito and Alice outside, and rebuilds. So Yu-Gi-Oh is the only one inside, going up to the administrator, while Kirito and Alice are outside. When they're outside, two Dark Territory gargoyles attack them. Alice then asks Kirito, "Why are you calling me Alice? I'm an Integrity Knight." Kirito then tells Alice about her past, what him and Yu-Gi-Oh had been through just to get here. Then her eye starts lighting up like Yu-Gi-Oh's. System alert, code 871. And again, her eye explodes, I think. Kirito uses the eye patch for that. Yu-Gi-Oh then fights the first ever Integrity Knight. Yu-Gi-Oh wins by throwing his sword up in the air and using a sword made out of ice to, confuse him. By using his sword art of ice to trap him and encase him. But he uses another one which he hasn't fully mastered. By doing that, he gets himself knocked out. By that, we see a jester, I think that's his name. A jester saying, "You can't go any further, you're done for." Kirito and Alice then start climbing up and get up to the 90th floor where they could take a little break, and instead of just hanging onto the railings and doing the same thing over and over, they could just go up to the administrator. They stumble across a room where the one who trained Alice is now frozen and on the bridge of death. "Don't cry, I'll be alright. I taught you everything you need to know." Then he dies. Yu-Gi-Oh then wakes up and sees the administrator. He's like, "I could do this. I could just do this and it'll be done." The administrator then tampers with Yu-Gi-Oh's memory, saying that Alice really didn't like him at all, that she always liked Kirito. Yu-Gi-Oh then falls for it and says, "Say this, system release," basically the thing he does to everyone to make the person become an Integrity Knight. As they keep going, they stumble into Yu-Gi-Oh, who has went through the Integrity Knight ritual, and decides to fight Kirito and Alice, since Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't remember who he is. He just knows that he was an Integrity Knight. They both lose to Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh goes back to the administrator and says it. She then says, "System release," and the thing pops out. And then he remembers, I just fought Kirito and Alice. Why? The administrator, Kirito and Alice then decided to fight the Jester and said, "If you don't get us back up there, I will really kill you, and you don't want that to happen." He gives in and says, alright, I'll take you to the administrator, just don't kill me." As they go up to the administrator, the Joker uses a system called to basically make himself like an immortal being. While the administrator uses a system called to make all the weapons in the room into a gigantic monster. As that happens, they realize the librarian comes and says, "Look, I'll let you kill me only if you let Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Alice go." She accepts and kills her. Before her break of dying, she's like, "Please, give me your last flu flight. I know what I'm doing. Please, trust me on this." As she does that, they form into a big sword fighting the giants, or like part of the administrator. During that, the administrator loses an arm. They both go back into separate bodies. Yu-Gi-Oh lost the lower part of his stomach, and he's dying. He's basically on the verge of death. He then tells Kirito that he doesn't regret leaving. He had fun with everything he was doing with Kirito, and he dies. Kirito knows that he is the only one left. Alice is down. Yu-Gi-Oh is gone. The librarian is gone. The administrator only has one hand left. Kirito picks up him and Yu-Gi-Oh's sword and fights the administrator. During their battle, Alice decides to jump in. Kirito then reminds, "I can't let her die. Yu-Gi-Oh just died. I just can't let people die in front of me for saving me." Kirito does that and defeats the administrator. Then sees a laptop. He goes there, then hears the one who hired him for GGO. He's like, "Kirito, are you there? Can you hear me?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "We need you to find a girl named Alice." And he's like, "Alice is right here. Why do you need her?" Before they could, the people that Kirito, Asuna, Liz, Silica, Klein, and Sino were going up against NGGO start raiding the ocean turtle, basically messing up with Kirito's recovery. And that's how alicization ends. I am watching War of the Underworld right now, and My Hero Academia Season 4 towards the end. This I basically have to rate as 6 out of 10, because I'm not saying that it was bad, but it was mostly more about Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh trying to actually save the world than mostly everything else. I'm not saying it was bad, but it just didn't really get my taste a lot. Although I did like it, and I am almost done with like War of the Underworld. Yeah, sorry for me not uploading a lot, just online school and all this. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and be notified about my videos, hit the bell. If you have any animes you want me to watch, put them in the comment section below, and I'll see you all later. Bye.